Take one.
What is your name and how did you get started in music?
My name Lil Alphatee. Everybody be like, why that name? Alpha, because of course I'm an alpha male. It used to be a time or a point where I didn't used to like stand up for myself, but then I started standing up for myself, and like I just like took that and I like ran with it, and I was like, I'm alpha now. Like I can't. I'm a man now. Like it gets to a point where like you transition from a boy to a man. So you start growing up and you like, okay, I'm an alpha now, and you like, okay, now how do I handle myself in this real world situation? Like every day you don't want to let nobody get over on you and stuff like that. Like you just gotta be like firm with whatever you do. It's not like so much as being like, oh, I'm a tough guy. No, it's a you keep a masculine frame. Basically, it's whatever you do it with assertiveness. You just be firm with whatever you do. Don't let nobody get over on you. You just stand your ground. Don't let nobody walk over you. The first time you let somebody walk over you, they gon' try it forever.
What was the name of the first song you ever wrote and what inspired you to write it?
That's funny because my first song I wrote was my first song I wrote. It was in 10th grade. Because we had these laptops from the school, but they were MacBooks, and I was just listening to music one day at home, and I was like, that's dope. I wonder how my voice would sound like, like actually being recorded. So I went on my computer. I was like, so what's the best the best thing to record in? And it was like, oh, GarageBand. And MacBooks, they come with GarageBand. So I loaded up GarageBand as soon as I could. I had a PlayStation 3 and like the little camera. And I was telling my friends, like, yeah, I need a mic to record on. And then the one dude was like, I was like, what is that little bar at the top of over the little PlayStation 3, like the little camera, when they had the camera and then the mic. He was like, oh, dude, that's a microphone. So I hooked that up to the computer and I just started recording from there. And my first song, I recorded this song called Stay True. It was like the dopest thing ever. Like, I think it's still on SoundCloud. I'm not sure though. I think I took it off. It's probably on DatPiff or something like that. Just like old uploads, stuff like 2012, all that. But the funny thing is, I only wrote the hook and I never wrote a verse. That's usually how my song process goes. Just write the hook because I know I know the hook is the most catchiest part. If your hook not fluent, if it's not hidden, then it makes the whole song just like diluted. But
so you freestyle?
Yeah, I freestyled the verses.
That's what's up. Has music ever gotten you into trouble or gotten you out of trouble?
That's a hard question. Music has gotten me in trouble. I would have to say with my parents. My mom, for sure, because she didn't want me to rap because the stereotype against like rappers and stuff, stuff that they go through, of course, but she wanted me to take the normal route, which is like go to school, go to college and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, nothing's wrong with taking that route. If that's what you want to do, then do that, but I feel like I have a better purpose in life than just going to school and taking the traditional route. But nothing's wrong with that. Just if what you want to do requires you to go to school, then go to school, do what you have to do. I'm going to do what I got to do, It's a simple fact. But with my dad, he never really tripped. But I rarely ever see my dad. He wasn't there when I was young. So it's like he can't really set down rules and boundaries on what I can and can't do. I'm older now, so you just got to accept that this is what I want to do. And that's what I'm going to do.
Do you consider your genre of music rap, or do you consider yourself something else?
I know it's rap for sure, but I wouldn't say it's only rap because like once you start rapping, you start experiencing different styles of your voice. When you start rapping, you start experiencing like you can harmonize your voice on this beat. You can make your voice sound different with this song, and then you start like rapping on like percussions and just like drums and flutes and like different melodies. It doesn't always have to be a 808 or something like that. It could just be a simple kick, a snare, something like that. Something mellow. It doesn't always have to be so much as a beat.
Right.
Just like expand your style, but that's how you expand your style. I think that's why some artists don't go as far as they could, because they don't want to expand their style. They just want to stay in one bracket, and which is like rapping. And like, it's some artists who's like, if I don't hear an 808 or like the 808 doesn't like rumble or something like that, then they're like, I don't like the beat. But that's a whole nother lane. That's a whole nother fan base that you're missing out on, because you're not willing to work with this producer or that producer with different beats. So you just gotta be open-minded when it comes to like the beats. Everybody's not gonna have the same taste as you, so you just gotta work with people.
Yeah, so you see yourself kind of like J6. Like, you might be R&B one day, you might be rock the next.
Yeah, I've experienced with rock songs. I've experienced with pop songs. I've experienced with R&B songs. And I've, of course, had experience with rap songs. It's just harder for you to bring out that different side when you're just focused on rapping. But I try to take, lately I've been trying to take most of my focus off just rapping and trying to, like, take different avenues. There's more than one way to get rich, or, to, like, get a different fan base. It's so many artists competing for the rapping fan base that it's, like, hard for the good rappers, to like actually get shine in time. So it's like you just gotta take a different approach to it.
Do you see yourself putting instruments into your music one day?
Yeah, I do. One instrument I really wanna put in there is like a violin or something like really subtle, like something like a hidden harp or something like that. I used to make beats on FL Studio, and it was just like so many instruments you wouldn't even know that these existed. Like xylophone, all different types of stuff. Different keypads and stuff like that. But that definitely opened my mind to like different melodies and different sounds.
Alright, let's start to wrap this up real fast because it's almost over. What do you see yourself doing in the next 20 years?
Most likely have a family. Not necessarily be a family man. Still be making money moves. Still be grinding. Doing what I gotta do for the house. But just have a nice wife to come home to. A lady to come home to. That's it. That's all we really want. We don't really ask. I'm not no confusing dude. I'm a straight to the point type of dude. I just want a wife. But I don't need a wife,
Yeah. What about the little you?
The little me?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean?
What do you expect of him? Do you expect him to follow in your footsteps, or do you expect him to just chase his own dreams?
And I get a little one. I actually want a daughter, but I don't want her to have to go through what these girls today are going through, but nothing's wrong with having a daughter, but I want a son too at the same time. I'm gonna just teach him the same thing that I had to go through, let him meet the bros, the family and stuff like that, show him that it's all love. Whatever he wants to do, I'm gonna support him. And that's just what it is, I'm not gonna down my son because he doesn't want to be like me or follow my footsteps. If you want to be a college professor, be a college professor.
In one sentence, what's the advice you have for everyone?
You said one sentence?
Yes. You literally have less than 30 seconds.
Follow your dreams. That's it. Stay focused.
Go hard and commit.
Yeah, commit.